Going today, guys. Trucks and Water here, and today's video I got a little bit of a tutorial video on how you can save over $200, well sometimes over $200 on a simple modification, not really mod, but a fix on your truck. Now, as you know, some of these trucks have the giant Chevy logo that goes back the back part of your tailgate. Mine's no exception. I've got it right here. It's off the truck. As you can see, though, the clear coat and all this stuff has been peeling off of it. So it looks really bad. It happens on all these trucks, unless it's been garage kept and never driven its whole life. And heck, it's a tailgate, so it gets used and abused a lot more than kind of the rest of the part of the truck. Except for mine, because I'd never use my truck as a truck. But anyways, I'm going to show you how you can save over $200, almost $200 on fixing this. And here's what I mean by over $200. Right here, and I know, before anyone says anything, this is, you can find them cheaper probably, but I'm just going to go off of LMC Trucks. I have their catalog right here. A brand new one right here is $230 before shipping and handling. So depending on the type of spray paint you have, you will save over $200 fixing this when you have to go to LMC Truck and buy it for almost like $230, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But hey, you know, if you want to buy it and just put it on the truck, that's up to you. So, we're going to get right into this tutorial video on how to fix this right now. Okay, guys, so I'm going to kind of show you the supplies I got to do this job. I saw this on Instagram. One of the guys that I follow with the K1500 did this. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, man, but if you were the one I commented on, drop your name down in the comments. So right here, I've got the blue tape, you know, masking tape. I got 200 and 150 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna use the 2000 and 1500 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna use the 2000 first, and Krylon Cover Max Ultimate Covered Black Gloss Paint. I have not used this before, but my parents have on a lot of projects, just a quick spray paint, and even on my sister's steel wheels on her Colorado. They look like they actually came from the factory. It gives a really nice coat and they last forever. This stuff just sticks and lasts forever. I am going to do something different with the tailgate once I fully modify it. But for right now, it's going to be a quick fix and stuff like that. So, first off, and paper. I got this paper for free due to the fact I used to work at a grocery store that served meat. So this is like meat wrapping paper, so it's a little bit thicker with like a plasticky side on the back of it. So we'll put that down over everything else, tape everything off except for this black part, and then we'll get right into it. So as you can see, guys, I taped it off right there with the paper. I'm probably going to do another layer of paper just to be on the safe side, because I don't know how, like, not really thick, but like how this spray paint works. So I'm going to do another layer of paper. That's how I taped it off initially. Okay, guys, so I got the 2 layers of paper on there. I'm going to tape the paper together and tape them down to make sure they don't like blow around the wind and stuff. Then I'm going to start taping up the sides right here. Okay, now I taped off the corners of it like that. I'm going to start working on taping this part up, and trying to get in these little grooves and stuff. This is going to be kind of tricky, but you know, it's going to take some time, but I want to make sure it looks really good and really professional. Alright, so as you can see, I've got the T taped off, the E taped off. I'm almost got the L done. It's taking a little bit more time than I thought, but due to the fact, since it's like a little bit nooks and crevices everywhere, I'm trying to take my time to make sure I get even coverage on everything, so who knows. Okay, guys, so the taping is finally done. It took me a little while to do it, but as you can see, it's all taped off except for the black, except for a few little spots, but I'm going to sand it down first, and then I'll come back and touch up those little spots before I spray paint. So let's get started on that. So I got my sandpaper, 2000 grit, wet it down a little bit because it's a wet sandpaper. I'm going to see how well this works. Looks like it's taken some of it off. Just like what I'm trying to do, guys, is just scuff it up to where the paint will stick better to it. If you want to do this before you tape, that's probably work good too. I just taped it off due to the fact that I don't want to try to get my metal all scuffed up. But if you think you got a steady enough hand, I say go for it without the tape. Depending on how bad your coat's peeling off will depend on how much you guys sand. I'm just going to try to sand it down to where it's kind of just level, or like feels flat to me and stuff like that. Make sure I try to get it off like that. Back over with a 15 grit after I do the 2000s to see how the 2000 works. Then go to 15 grit, and then go to back to 2000 for a final sand. Just trying to scuff it up. That's all I'm trying to do, guys. It's a lot smoother than it was before. That's what I'm going for, is a smooth finish on it. Just sand the whole thing down with 2000 grit. I'm gonna sure the 1500 grit to do another sanding. See how much more it gets off at that point. Then I'll go back with another 2000 grit. I think at that point we'll be ready to spray. But first I'll re-tape it off, make sure all the corners are good and stuff like that. See, I don't want to strip it because that'll take forever. And this is just it's not a permanent fix, guys. This is just to get me through right now until I figure out what I want to do with the tailgate. If I want to debadge it, do something with it. I'm not 100% sure yet. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing right now. It's not a permanent fix, but you know, it'll help the look of it and stuff like that. Taking off a lot more of the clear coat than that 2000 grit. So I should have probably done this first, but hey, you know, you make mistakes and you learn. So that's how you learn, guys. Kind of hard to get around these corners, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I have a pain in the ass around these corners with some of these letters. Why can't they just put Chevy on the back? Why did they put Chevrolet? Oh well, I'm so funny. So I'm gonna finish up doing these letters, guys, and then we'll do another 2000 grit. I'll get back to you on that, and then we'll start spray painting, guys. So I'm gonna use some distilled white vinegar. What you use, you wet down a rag and you wipe down all the spots right here, or all the places you sanded. It gets all the little micro particles up and stuff like that. Makes it more of a clean finish so when you paint it. Picked up all that, so then we're going to dry it off and then retape some of the areas and then get ready for paint. Okay guys, so now we're going to start spray painting this. I'm getting the can ready to go. We're going to do 2 coats on this to make sure we get a full coverage on it, and then we'll let it dry inside overnight and put it back on the truck tomorrow. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna let it dry for about 15-20 minutes to do a second coat. We might even do a third coat, I'm not sure. Okay guys, I just did the second coat on the thing. It looks a whole lot better. I'm probably gonna do either 3 to 4 coats to make sure I get it all. Like I said, guys, it's just a temporary fix. It's not gonna be permanent. I'm gonna redo the whole tailgate of the truck anyways, but it makes it look a whole lot better and a whole lot cleaner. So, alright guys, so we're gonna do the final coat on this one, and then we're gonna put it in the garage and let it sit. So alright guys, so the paint's dry. It's the next day. We're gonna start peeling off the blue tape and stuff and getting that ready to put back on the tailgate. It looks a lot better. Do have to maybe take a Q-tip and stuff and kind of get some of the little spots that are kind of oversprayed maybe a little bit or didn't dry right. So and some paint thinner. But other than that, it looks really good, a lot better than what it did. So I'm pretty happy with this fix for right now. We got the tape off. As you can see, it looks a whole lot better than it did from when I had it. So that being said, I still have to go back with the razor and trim off these little edges where they kind of oversprayed. This spray paint, the way it's set up, you can tape it for 5 hours and you still have this little bit of a problem, but some paint thinner, a razor blade, and some Q-tips will probably be able to fix the cause. But right now, this is a temporary fix because what I plan on doing is debadging the whole truck and doing some different stuff with it. So for right now, this looks really, really good. So I'll have to go back and do a little bit more stuff to it, but we should be good to go on that. Looks a whole lot better, a lot darker. Got to touch up some spots, but other than that, I'm really happy with it for my first time. So if you have any comments or questions, comment them down below. I think I covered everything in the video. If I didn't cover something you're wondering about, shoot me a message or comment them down below. So I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like it, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, join the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing, so make sure you join up, and make sure you remember that at 3,000 subscribers by June 1st, I'm doing another giveaway. So thank you all so much for watching. All of you have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.